Hi guys, Stephanie Nadolny here, OG voices of Kid Goku and Gohan from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
It's Megan Hollingshead. You know me as the voice of Nurse Joy in Pokemon and Rangiku in Bleach.
I'm Marie Westbrook. I'm the voice of Hanami, Dorio, and Ikumi.
Hey, this is Karen Strassman.
I'm Tara Sands.
It's a Merc new one. You're watching Voice of the Heroes. Take it away, Flea Boy.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is and what it is. And if you don't, it's the one and only one Flea Boy Jetson. And you're watching Voice of the Heroes. So if you're tuning in for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming interviews or discussions with your favorite heroes and villains from around the world. And today we got a special guest with us. That's right. She provided her talents in some of the greatest anime shows of all time. I'm talking Ghost in the Shell, Demon Slayer, Seven Deadly Sins, Sailor Moon, Rurouni Kenshin, Digimon, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach. Yeah, she's in two of the top, I believe, greatest three of the big three, two out of the big three, excuse me, Bleach and Naruto. Dorothy Fahn, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I am good. Wow, what a nice introduction.
Hey, thank you for coming. You definitely deserved it. You put in the work over the vast majority of the years. How long have you been voice acting?
Since the 90s? Since the 90s.
Ooh,
Yeah, we got started when some of the first wave of anime started coming to this country from Japan. Back then they called it Japanimation. It wasn't called anime here yet. Yeah.
Japanimation.
Yeah, brand new.
Do you remember the first project you worked on?
Some of the first ones I worked on were Macross and Power Rangers and Orgus.
Oh, shout out Power Rangers. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. What you did on that show?
Oh, I did a lot of like additional voices, and I think I might have done some intros to episodes or outros. Yeah, that was something.
Oh man, you couldn't tell me I was in a Power Ranger when I was little, jumping off the couch.
Nice.
So let's talk a little bit about one of your characters, a fan favorite within my community. I know y'all gonna go crazy for this one. Naruto Shippuden is considered one of the greatest anime shows of all time, and the Akatsuki, the rogue band of shinobis, are probably the greatest set of villains in anime history. And you play one of them, Konan. Let's speak a little bit about your character and what it was like to be, a part of this iconic franchise. And at the time, did you know that this franchise would hit the heights that it hit?
No. We never knew what was going to hit, what was not going to hit, and it really wasn't even something we considered at the time. It was just, that's what we did. This is another show that we're on. This is another job, right? So we're going. And I was originally playing a character called Mabui in Naruto.
Oh.
And she was like kind of a minor, like tertiary character or whatever. And that was fine, doing little bits on the show. But then one day, I was done with that character, and I still had another hour to go at the studio. And Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who was the director, said to me, "Okay, so Dot, I want you to do this new character in Naruto." And I'm like, "Okay, great." So she says, "Okay, her name is Konan, and I'm gonna show you a little video clip, and then we'll find your voice and we'll get started." So I'm like, "Great." So she shows me a clip of Konan, and I was like, kind of freaked out because she was so different from everything I had done up to that point ever. I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't do this character. You want me to do this character? Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know you can do it." And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So, because I had done like goofier characters than that, right? So here I am pigeonholing myself, and she's like giving me this gift, So we went with it, and she was a great director, brought me along, helped me find the voice, which I didn't even know I could do a voice like that also,
I was going to ask you, how did you find that voice?
Well, you have to find a different place to put it. It has to come from a different place. It can't come from like right here. It has to come from lower in your chest. And most of the anime I'd done to that point was either in my natural
Wow.
voice placement or higher. And this one I had to find a way to bring it down here in a way that wasn't going to hurt me. It was it,
Ooh,
it was
I
the
just
first
got
time.
chills. I can hear her.
Yeah. So it was the first time I'd ever done that. And so that was like a major thing for me to go, wow, okay, you know what? I can do that. I can do that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, because she's known for her elegance but powerful, stern voice. And, she
Yeah.
has a tragic backstory. How did you approach voicing such a layered, emotional, complex character?
Well, see, the story is so huge. Um, and when we go in for our sessions, it's 2 hours. It's
Mm.
a 2 hour session of you recording your lines for whatever scenes you're in the episodes they're recording in that 2 hours. So I would rely on the director to help me, be in the place I need to be at for this scene because I don't know what has happened in the episodes before if I wasn't in them. I'm in the booth right now, and these are the lines that I'm doing. So, and sometimes I would just want her to direct me as an actor. Okay, she's feeling like this, and this is what's happening. But God bless her, she would try to help me understand the whole arc. And this is what I would hear. I would hear blah, 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 Leaf Village, blah, 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 pain, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like going, okay, okay, okay. So, yeah.
Hey, I love it, man. So you just went off the wind with it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing, and it came out phenomenal. Not gonna lie, because kudos to you and everyone that worked on the show, the ADR to the voice acting talent. Naruto by far is one of the best dubbed English animes to ever come out. And I know everybody in the community could agree with me. It's up there with like Full Metal Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and the
Nice.
rest of them. It's top tier. And Dragon Ball is up there with those when it comes
Awesome.
to dubbed anime. So
That is so
y'all pioneered the way for so many voice actors to get into this field, which I want to talk about next, because back then, not everybody really wanted to do anime, voiceover, things
yeah.
like that. When do you think that expanded or blew up?
Well, it blew up exponentially, it seemed like, every couple of years. Because when we started out, it was like me and my husband Tom Fahn, and a bunch of like originals like Richard Epcar and Wendy Lee and all these people got into it because this product started coming from Japan, and it wasn't like something you did. There wasn't like anime voiceover that you pursued. It wasn't happening. Some people were doing cartoons and they did that, but it was a really small pool. Like, us, they found us, and okay, good, they can do that. These actors, on-camera actors, stage actors can do this. So we're going to just use them again and again. So we did everything. Almost every show that came out in
Yeah,
the
I see from your
90s,
catalog.
all of us worked on that. Me and Tom and his brother Jonathan, his sister Melissa, Richard and Ellen Epcar, Wendy Lee, Doug Stone, like all these original people worked on everything. But as the years went by, you got to get some other voices in there. So then people started getting interested in it. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is fun. Oh, I'd like to do this. Years go by, more and more and more. Now this little pond of actors is an ocean of voice actors who are doing anime and games, and it's huge now. It's huge. It started out tiny, now it's huge.
Now there's so much work to be done because there's so many different genres of anime and so many, like, it's just been, I think, oversaturated with stuff now. And it's hard to keep up with some of the animes now. Like, so much of it comes out. If you're a fan, you're like, wow, okay, about 5 different animes came out today. You only got so much time in a day. So what do I watch? And you worked in both anime dubbing and original original animation. How would you differ the two, like the experience between the two?
Okay. It's a pretty big difference. When you're recording anime, you're recording by yourself. You in a booth with headphones. You have to watch the screen. They'll show you the scene ahead of time because it's, it's already finished. And your character is whatever, you find the voice, then you have to fit the voice flaps that are already there. Because it's complete. It's a completed project. When you're doing original animation, you're doing it like a radio play. All the actors have their scripts in front of them, and the director will say, "Okay, great. Let's do page 1 and 2 to start with." So it's like you get to play off each other. There's nothing to picture. There are no flaps to fit. It's completely creative in every way because you're doing it. Your timing can be slower because you don't have to fit the flaps that are like this. So it's a lot more freeing. And interestingly, dubbing anime is more of a skill, I think, than regular animation because you have to fit the flaps and be able to act at the same time. And it's a whole, you have to, once you get the rhythm of it, then you've got it. But in the beginning, it's like being thrown in the deep end of the pool. Yeah. And animation is just,
I could just imagine the amount of takes you have to do in anime than animation. Do you get to ever improv? Because I'm pretty sure maybe sometimes with animation you can probably improv or
oh yeah,
do a little bit, but
yeah.
But what about anime?
No. When you're doing original
She said
animation,
no.
original animation, yeah, you stick to the script, but oftentimes you'll do another round where you're allowed to, improv things that you think of along the way. But in anime, you can't because it's set in stone already, and you have to fit to what's already there. So
Yeah,
there's
so
really no improv. In your emotion or whatever way that you can do it, you try to make it yours. But yeah, there's only so much that you can do to make it yours.
Yeah. I can just imagine the difficulty level going from animation one day, okay, now I got to go work on this, and it's back to miraculous. Now this week it's back to, so that got to be crazy just mentally. Let's talk about one of your characters, right? I want to talk about your Rurouni Kenshin character, right? She's strong, stubborn, compassionate, and a little chaotic. What was the most fun you had with that character? And let's also talk about how she scoped anime in general.
Well, Kaoru was okay. That was a show that went on and on and on for like decades, it seemed. It went on we had so many episodes. And she, she's running a dojo, so she's got to be a gal in charge. But, she also, Yahiko would get under her skin and she would freak out. And of course, Kenshin, she ended up falling for him. So there's a lot going on with her. She could, I remember most of the time, the two words that I said the most often on that show, Kenshin and Yahiko.
and mind you, she wasn't just a love interest. She was, like you said, she was a skilled martial artist, a dojo leader. How do you think she helped shape how female characters were seen in shonen anime?
Well, she was like, she was a woman in power. She was a gal in charge. She wasn't secondary, really. I mean, it's called Rurouni Kenshin, but I feel like they were kind of equals. He's doing his thing, but I got this going on too, right?
She definitely played a huge part in that show.
Yeah.
And you was also a part of a franchise that's been going on for a while, and I feel like you was a staple in there. But maybe you can give me more insight to this franchise, Digimon.
Yeah.
You've been a part of that since the beginning. What has that done for you? And I know nowadays the conventions are a really big thing for voice actors.
Oh my God, yeah. That's another thing that didn't happen in the early days.
So let's talk a little bit about Digimon and then switch over to the convention side of things and how that's been treating you.
Well, Digimon, the reason we got the audition for Digimon was because we had worked on Power Rangers for Saban, and Saban got a hold of the Digimon. So we got to go in and we auditioned. They had sides out there. You could pick what characters you wanted to audition for. And so I didn't even audition, I think, for Ty's mom, but they gave me Ty's mom because I had a naturally more mature sounding voice. Sound like Sandy Fox, she goes in and sounds like that. So they gave me Ty's mom, and I also got Lilymon. Those were my first characters, which is great. And no one knew how many episodes there were, if it was going to go more than a season or anything. So as it goes along, oh, there's more. Oh, and now I'm playing Rosemon too. Okay, great. Goes along. Next iteration. Oh, okay. Now I'm playing Sunflamon and Lilamon and Lalamon, and just every iteration on. And there was always come back to Rosemon or Lilymon or Ty's mom. Years go by, and I'm like, wow, this is the gift that keeps on giving, right? And then, finally it's over. All the Digimon series are done. Boom. But not done, because then later we get Digimon Adventure Try movies that come back, and they get everyone who's still around to do it again. And I was so happy because so many franchises are like rebooting with all new cast and da-da-da. And I'm like, but they did not. They got as many of the original cast as they could, and that was so much fun. Wow, great. Digimon Adventure Try, great. Okay, so now we're done. But we're not done. Because then Digimon the movie from like 1999 or whenever it was, 2000, I don't remember. But they decide to re-release it on Blu-ray for the first time, but they're also re-recording Digimon the movie with all the stuff they had originally cut out. So again, we all get gathered back into the booth and we get to record this again. It was like amazing. It's amazing. I love Digimon.
I love that for y'all, man, because like you said, a lot of these series do reboots or remakes and don't bring back the original. Big shout out to Disney. I know they brought back, some of the original cast for X-Men 97. And sometimes, I think Naruto did it as well with Barto Generations. But Digimon, I didn't know did that, because I know they cast someone else for your character in the remake of Rurouni Kenshin?
Yeah, like Rurouni Kenshin reboot, all new cast. Digimon 2020 reboot, all new cast. Trigun Stampede, all new cast except for Johnny Young Bosch. He's the only one they brought back. So yeah, all those.
Was you in the original Trigun?
Yeah, I'm Meryl in Trigun.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. Now I do want to talk about something before I forget. My daughters is in love with Miraculous. And you've been in probably over 100+ episodes of that show. Let's talk a little bit about your character. And JoJo, this one's for you. Let's talk about Miraculous.
Well, again, I don't even know if I don't think I auditioned for that show. I had worked with the director before, on numerous occasions, and I think he knew my voice, which is, again, more mature than many characters. So of course he cast me as the teacher, Miss Bustier, and I'm like, great, I'm on this show. I don't know what. It's huge now. Who knew that it was going to be huge when you started the thing? Ooh. So I'm just glad to be in it, even as the teacher, who, spoiler alert, seasons go by. Now she's the mayor, and she's also
let's go.
a mom.
You done stepped it up from the potato to the laser. That's what's up.
So it's like super fun. And it's not really anime.
It's a cartoon, right?
But it is dubbing because it comes from France. It's a product that comes from France, and that's why it takes place in Paris. The show takes place in Paris.
That's interesting. Let me know if y'all knew that in the chat, because I definitely didn't. So the original version comes from France, so it is a dub type cartoonish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
like that. And that's something that we didn't know, man. Hey, let me know if y'all know that, because I definitely didn't. So now let's talk about the the cons, the conventions, things like that. How are they treating you? I know it must be crazy. And what's the traveling like? Do you ever get like sick of traveling?
Um, we, God, it's so crazy. Over the last maybe 8 or 10 years, we would do like one convention, a couple of conventions. Now this year we have like one a month. And I know people who go out almost every weekend. Tara Sands pretty much goes out every weekend, and I don't know if I could do it. It's a lot. It's a lot.
What's your favorite city to go to?
Gosh, I don't know. We had a great time. We did one convention in New York City, and that was fantastic. It was Liberty City Con. It wasn't a gigantic, huge Comic-Con one. It was smaller, but it was totally great. I don't know. They're all great. They're all great because the fans are amazing to be able to meet these people. And so many of them say, you know, that the character you did on whatever show it was really affected my life. And I'm like so heartened by hearing that, because you don't know. You go in the booth and you're doing a job the best that you can. You have no idea if it's gonna, you know, affect anyone's life in any way, you know. So it's like it's really great and we love it. But yeah,
Who are your
travel.
most popular characters? I'm sorry to cut you off, but who's your most popular characters that fans usually come up to you about?
Konan. And a lot of people are also interested in Meryl from Trigun. And in recent years, there's a Danganronpa series of video games in which I play 3 different characters. And so, and one of them, Chihiro, is very popular. So yeah. Yeah.
What's their favorite quote? Because you know, like when they go get Funko Pop signed and stuff, what's the quote like they most demand?
Well, oh, it's so interesting. When I sign a Konan Funko Pop, they oftentimes bring a quote that they want me to put. But if they don't, I will say, well, I have a negative quote or a positive quote. You pick. And 9 times out of 10, they want the negative quote.
Come on, y'all gotta do better, man. What's the negative quote they want?
It's I don't know if it's the exact version, but it's I have received the will of God and I must kill you.
Ooh, that's kind of tough, though.
Yeah, baby, right? Yeah.
That is I like that. What's the positive one you go with?
Oh God, I can't. Since no one wants it, I can barely remember it. It's God, it's the one about being a bridge of hope. I can't remember. I gotta look it up though, because we have a convention coming up this weekend, so I have to know it.
That's definitely though. Okay, now the next questions I'm going to ask you, right, are pretty much universal. I ask all my guests that come on the show. The first is you get 3 choices. Second, you get 4. The third, you get 5 choices. So out of all the animes and animation shows you've been in, what are your top 3 that you have in your catalog?
Well, I mean, Naruto, you know, Konan. And I guess Meryl, Trigun. I know it was a long time ago, but that was really one of my very, very favorites to do. And the video game Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played a character called Mercedes in that. She was like the really spiritual one, and I loved playing that character. It was such a gift to play that character.
Okay, great top 3, man. I love it. Now, this one's going to be a little complicated, and if your peers or friends are watching, they might be a little mad at you. But what's your Mount Rushmore of voice actors? Could be people who inspired you, people you work with, your peers. What are your Mount Rushmore of voice actors?
Oh, Mount Rushmore of voice actors. Oh, God. Okay, let's start with Mel Blanc.
Ooh, good choice.
Voice of Bugs Bunny and every other character from Looney Tunes. I think one of our old pals from the early days, Steve Bloom.
Hey, he's a goat. That
Yeah.
was actually who I just showed.
Okay.
Autograph by him.
He's
That's
the goat.
Steve, man.
And Kari Walgren.
Oh, that's another one.
Okay, Kari Walgren, I've worked with her years ago, but she has like achieved like superdom since then.
Yeah,
And
he's up there.
she can do anything. That girl is amazing. I love her. Wow. I gotta pick one more.
One more, yeah, one more. List went by quick, right?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to say Tom Fahn, my husband. the
Let's
voice of
go.
Agumon.
Hey, Tom, you just got some love.
He's
That's
the voice
wifey
of-
right there. That's wifey material. She holding it down.
Hey, I mean, he's Agumon, right? That's big time Digimon. He was also the Guyver in The Guyver.
The Dark Hero?
Sho Fukumachi, who becomes the Guyver. Yeah, he's a Guyver.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, he's done a lot of great stuff, but yeah, those two I think are his biggest ones.
That's actually big time though. That was one I just did something on TikTok with that character.
Ooh,
And him
wow.
in like a gauntlet with like other characters like the Green Ranger, Ryan Steele, Beetleborgs, and VR Troopers, like
Oh my
putting them
God.
against all those. That was
Wow.
pretty crazy that you actually said that.
Yeah.
So that's a nice Mount Rushmore, man. I applaud you. I like it. I like this. All right, now this one you can go to the books, you can go to the movies, shows, cartoons, anime, video games. What are your top 5 fictional characters of all time?
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Top 5 fictional characters. Well, okay. Not as hard as I thought. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia. 2 more, huh?
Oh, she went straight for the big 3 of Star Wars. Let's go.
Harry Potter and Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek.
Ooh, Star Trek. Okay, that's my uncle. My uncle would have loved you by now. You said that. He's a huge Star Trek fan. Are there any upcoming conventions or projects you're able to talk about before we let you go?
Yeah, we're gonna be at FanimeCon in San Jose this weekend. Then in June where are we in June? We're somewhere in June. Oh God, I can't remember. Back Anime or Bake Anime, which is in Bakersfield. Then in July we're at Delta H Con in Houston. In August we're someplace I can't remember. I can't remember them.
Hey, well, let people know where to follow you at on social media so they can keep up with the updates and convention dates.
Yeah. At Dorothy Fahn on Twitter or at .Fahn, DOTFAHN on Instagram. That's where I am.
Heroes, villains. This has been our episode with Dorothy Fahn. Thank you so much for coming to the show. I had a blast. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you want a chance to win our PS5 or Switch 2 giveaway. Big shout out to our last giveaway winner, BK Numbers. Thank you so much for your love and support. And until next time, like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love yourself. Pass that love on and love others. And if nobody told you so, just know your boy love you. Fleaboy Jetson signing out.
Sing it with me, pretty Cali, pretty